Is it time for Cristiano Ronaldo to finally hang up his boots? And has Messi won his last ever Champions League? Today we will be talking about that along with some other fantastic controversial opinions that you guys have given me. Hey everyone, it is Finn here, that is FYW, and I hope you're all having such a nice, chilled start to your weekend. I will start uploading every Saturday, or I have been uploading on Saturdays, your controversial opinions and my reaction to it and my opinion on it. So if you yourself have controversial football opinions, please do put it down in the comment section down below and I will answer them on Saturdays. And you know what, this video series, I'm only on episode 3 now, has gone up from episode 1 to 2. So you know what guys, could you please help me reach 100 views on this video? And I really would appreciate that so much. And you know what, it is weekend. I hope you guys are all relaxing. I hope you guys have a chilled weekend ahead. I'm trying to relax. It's been a stressful week for me. Got like projects and exams for college. Plus, you know what, coronavirus is probably or has officially been landed in South Africa or whatever. Yeah, so my country now has coronavirus.
Well, he's dead.
Great. So out of coronavirus, I'm recording this on a Friday, so it's not a Saturday morning. I can have a drink or two. Out of corona, I will be having a Devil's Peak. I don't know, I don't have corona with me. The first question is by, well, I'm not sure I can say that name, the opinion is Ron is done. Messi won't win another Champions League. Of course, that was the one in the intro. Yes, I know you didn't necessarily say Ronaldo will hang up his boots, but you know what? A dramatic intro will get your guys' attention way faster, I do have to say. Ron, assuming you're not talking about Salomon Rondon in the Chinese league, I will assume you're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, that's a bit of an obvious one. Do I think he's done? Look, I still think he has a good 3 or 4 years of really competitive football in him. We know he's like no other football before. He's going to be at top of his game. I think he's going to be better than what Zlatan currently is when he's 38 or whatever. Look, Ronaldo can go until he's 40. Will he win another Ballon d'Or though is another question. I don't necessarily think so. We'll have to see by the end of this year maybe. But look, Ronaldo hasn't been like the top scorer in the league for a few years now, which should be very worrying to him. I wouldn't say he's done yet, but he is on a slow decline. But we'll see with the Euros this year. Voice crack. We will see with the Euros this year how he does with Portugal, because Portugal is a very strong team and they've got so many good youngsters now. And if Portugal win the Euros, then definitely that's a huge thing. And I would still say Ronaldo's in the top 5 best in the world probably. So I wouldn't say he's done quite yet, but he has declined. He is starting to decline and I think he'll go quite a bit further. But at the end of the day, he'll still play at a top level for a very long time. Second part of your opinion was Messi won't win another Champions League, which I think I have to tend to agree with you on that one. I do have to say, look, this Barcelona team is nothing like it used to be. It used to have Puyol, it used to have Iniesta, Xavi, it used to have such amazing players. Yes, I know they've still got Suarez, Messi itself, they've got Ter Stegen in goal, but look, PK isn't the defender he used to be, he is getting older. Rakitic, same with him, Busquets is getting old. They don't have that same midfield. Yes, De Jong is a very promising young player, but as a total, Barcelona don't have that same fire that they used to. It is still a very, very strong Barcelona team that could win La Liga, but at the end of the day, I don't see them winning the Champions League at least this season. But yes, I would say maybe they are one of the favorites, but I wouldn't say give them a guarantee win. To be honest, then that means Barcelona probably have to win the Champions League in the next 5 years for Messi to get one, another one with Barcelona. But to be honest, I don't see that happening because English teams are getting so much stronger. Maybe it's a possibility now that Man City's out of the Champions League. Conte Ballon d'Or, that's not his name. Conte for Ballon d'Or has said Mbappe is massively overrated. He did well in the World Cup but hasn't really done anything since. That opinion I disagree with, I do have to say, and agree with. Look, I'll elaborate on that a tiny bit in case that just confused you. I have to agree with it in the sense of he hasn't made a huge move to a different club that he can make an impact with. I think at the moment he's almost in the shadow of Haaland. Yes, I would say personally for me, I like Mbappe's style of play, but more than Haaland. But I do have to say the news is all about Haaland now and how good Haaland is. And to be able to get recognized as a better player than him, I do think Mbappe has to go to Real Madrid, Barcelona, maybe even a team like Liverpool, a massive team in a more competitive league to be considered a better player. So in the context of overrated, it's like, well, it's an easy league, but at the same time, you can't really say overrated because, in that league, he is dominating so much goals and assists. He is doing amazing. And I will say for the Euros for France, I do think that Mbappe could get top scorer. Liam JK20 said Andy Robertson is not a world-class left back. He would be an average left back in any other team, and he just fits Liverpool's system. I mean, this is a possibility, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter too much, because the thing is, if he fits Liverpool's system, it doesn't matter how well he plays anywhere else. It's like saying if Messi wouldn't play well anywhere else, who really cares? I mean, he's at Barcelona. It doesn't matter how well he would play anywhere else. Flippin' microphone fell off. As long as a player plays well in the club that they're currently playing at or for their nation, it doesn't really matter how they would do anywhere else. Do I think he would fit in any other system? Look, he can be very sloppy and not as composed when it comes to a defensive style of play, but the thing is, he is an attacking modern day fullback and he fits the Liverpool system. He gets assists, he'll get a goal every now and then. And the thing is, would he suit any other club? Maybe not, because I can't name any other Premier League club at the moment who utilizes their fullbacks in the same way as Liverpool. I think he's perfect for Liverpool because they do use those attacking fullbacks. And to be honest, would he suit anyway? Maybe not, but it doesn't matter because he is perfect for Liverpool. Yay Chicken 500, love the name by the way, says Lewin deserves a call-up for the Euros. Of course, he's talking about the English striker who plays for Everton, which by the way guys, hopefully tomorrow, the day after this video comes out, I will be posting a video where I post what my team for the Euros should look like for England. So please stay tuned. Subscribe for that if you do want to see that. So do subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate that. If you want to see who I think should go to the Euros for England, from striker, goalkeeper, midfielder, defender, you know, all of that, I will list it. Do I think he deserves a spot? Look, he's been, I mean, out of this world compared to other seasons so far this season. I think maybe in the near future he could be a really good English striker. But at the moment, look, it depends on who is fit. I mean, if Kane is fit and Rashford fit, then I wouldn't say Lewin deserves a spot, or not that he doesn't deserve a spot, but I don't think then he will fit in. But I mean, without them, the strikers that popped in mind is Ings and Abraham. Abraham hasn't really been on form and Ings has been really, really good. So I think a huge factor is the fact that Lewin is a very physical, very strong player. I always put him in my fantasy team. By the way, go check out my match week predictions, which I post every single week, and I always have him in my fantasy team, Calvert-Lewin. I think he's a very good striker, but it depends on who's fit between Kane and Rashford. If they are fit, then there's no space for him. But if not, I think that he's a serious shout out, maybe over Ings, just because he's got a more physical presence, and over Abraham because Abraham's not in form. So you know what? I'd agree. I do think he deserves a spot there. And it's quite weird that Vardy has retired from international football. Let me ask you guys, as my question of the video, I want you guys to vote in the I thingy up above. Do you think Vardy should reconsider playing for England for the Euros if he gets a chance? The last question of the video is by Bull the Fat Walrus. Once again, really like your name. Their statement is, Harry Kane isn't that good. For England in particular, he shouldn't lead the line. Okay, once again, to the England lineup thing. Obviously, my video, as I said, will come out soon. Follow my Instagram. I will say that Harry Kane, I think he's a phenomenal striker. I think his shooting is second to none. When he has the ball and he has a chance to shoot from outside the box, inside the box, his shooting can be amazing. He tracks back extremely well, and I think he's very, very good. But tactically, he isn't the best. I think if you compare him to other strikers, then he might, you know, not look as good. If you look at Rashford, who's fast, who's very good with the ball, very skillful rather, then I would say maybe he's not that good. But in the context of Harry Kane and his style of play, it's almost like, look, I'm not comparing him to Zlatan by any means, but I am saying more of a striker who waits for the ball, they get the ball and they have that opportunity to shoot, they are great. I think he's the perfect striker for England. I think he really can do the job. I mean, yeah, he kind of only scores penalties for England, but you know what? I think that he is probably the best option, if not Rashford, if Rashford is fit. No, that's not just a biased Manchester United opinion. I do think Rashford's a good striker. Do I think Harry Kane should lead the Lions? I definitely do. Lions, get it? England.
This is great banter. It really is.
I do think that he is the perfect man in my opinion, because we've got fast wingers for England. I say we like I'm English, I'm not English, I'm South African. You know, at England, of course, got this fast wingers. They can get it into Harry Kane and he's perfect for that system. Now, I know this isn't what you asked, but in terms of context of captaincy, when you say lead the Lions, I will say that I would prefer Jordan Henderson for England. I mean, look, I think Harry Kane did so well, but I don't necessarily think the captain of a team should be the best player. I think it's the best leadership, which I think Henderson has proven over the last year, that he probably is the best captain in the world at the moment. I mean, he's one of the main men leading the Lions for Player of the Season in the Premier League. He captained Liverpool to a Champions League win, is captaining them to a Premier League win. I mean, let's be honest, it's going to happen eventually. He captained them to a Super Cup, a Club World Cup. Henderson has had an absolutely incredible job as captain for Liverpool, and I don't see why he shouldn't be given the chance for England. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed some of these controversial topics that you chose. Please, once again, put your own controversial opinions down in the comment section down below. And you know what? Make this family grow. Please share it with all your friends and everyone else. If you yourself are not subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the bell notification to be notified as soon as I do upload more videos. Enjoy your weekend. Hope it is a nice, chilled Saturday. And yeah, hope coronavirus doesn't really get you this weekend. Love you guys. Stay awesome. Bye.